Guys, Super Gadget Guy here. Many of you see me unboxing the QNAP TS 869 Pro and saying, you know, that's pretty nice, but do you really have a use for an 8-bay unit? Of course, it's not for everyone, even if I use it at home. You know, it is an 8-bay unit. This, however, is a 2-bay unit that's designed for home and small office, home office users. Here it is. This is the TS221. And this is one of the new network attached storage from QNAP. As you can see, they also include this very nice little intro pamphlet with the unit. This runs the new QTS 4.0 operating system, and it's a 2-bay unit, and it has pretty much the similar functionality as the 8-bay unit. But it is not using an Intel processor, it is using an ARM processor. As you can see, this is the lineup right here. This one uses the Marvell 2 GHz processor CPU as 1 GB of the DDR3 RAM. I don't know if you can see it. I'm sure you'll be able to find it on their website. So this is basically much a low powered unit compared to the 8-bay. Both in terms of the CPU power consumption and the overall unit power consumption. But you still have the Q station, does allow you to stream video, music, and photo to your TV. And more importantly, it does have the Q Sync functionality as well, which I'm planning on to use this to back up as a time machine backup and to back up all the tablet and tablet PCs that I have, like the iPad and the Nexus 7. So this will be a strict backup. Because I'm running the backup, it is not, the data on it is not critical because I am, you know, still using it on the device itself. It's just that if I delete some file by accident or I need to roll back to an earlier date, this comes into a very important play because this is only a 2 drive unit. So the RAID functionality is limited to mirroring or striping data, but I'm not even going to do that. I'm just going to put one drive in it right now, and later on I might add another one to use as a JBOD, because if I lose data on this, I don't really care. So let's take a look. So it is running the QTS system, which you will find a video I already done, the QTS 4.0 running on the 869 Pro. So it'll be very interesting to see it running on this because this is a much low performing unit. I wonder if it's going to impact it because of that. So here's the box. It's very foam packed, and the you have an accessory box that's packed in, power cord, and this is a retail package, I believe. So this is the standard AC power cord. You have a quick installation guide. Of course, this supports both the 3.5 and 2.5 hard drives. Yeah, better not forget the mounting screws. So because the size of this unit, they went with a external AC/DC power supply. This is a pretty generic power supply. There's no marking on it that states it's QNAP or the model of the NASA is using. So what I just wish, you know, they do a little bit better. Maybe have some kind of sticker on it or some sort of marking indicate that this is a QNAP power adapter that goes with the QNAP TS221 NAS system or NAS series. So basically, you can mix and match them. But you know, everybody does this. Nothing too stands out. It's just, you know, one of those minor gripes I have about things. And of course, Ethernet cable. We have plenty of these. Not going to touch that. Let's look at the QNAP hard drive sequence. Show you that you must place them in sequence. I wonder if this is mix and match with the 869. So the tray is a different design. So this is the one from the TS869 tray, and this is the 221 tray. They're very similar. I wonder if I can just plug it in. Yeah, it works. You can hear the alarm because I pulled it off of a live unit. As you can see, the A69 Pro tray has a lock on it, and these do not have locks on them because they're for home and small office use. Let's look at the front. You have a power button and the USB copy button and indicator light. There's no LCD screen anywhere. As you can see, I can lift this with one hand, no problem. On the back, looks like you have two eSATA port, two USB 3.0 port, Ethernet port 1, and the power, and you do have the Kingston lock, and you do have a warranty seal right here. I do not believe this is user serviceable or memory is upgradable. And you have one that looks like an 80mm fan right in the back. I, however, have a 1.5 terabyte drive here. That I can use to install it. It's a 3.5-inch, 1.5 terabyte Seagate drive. It's a certified repair drive. One of my drives that have failed, I sent it back to Seagate, and they sent this one. Very easy. Just 4 screws, and then it's ready for the drive insertion. Lift the tabs, insert back. There you have it, and there's still one more for another. Since I'm not gonna rate this, it's only a 2 drive deal. I can put whatever. I might even throw a 2.5 inch drive in it. As you can see, the mounting for the 2.5 inch is just sort of shifted to the side, using these 4 holes instead of the these 4. So this will be my dedicated Time Machine iOS device backup drive. And to power this, just power cord and connect, and should be ready to go in no time. Can't wait to fire this up and run it. Just based on the availability of ports and the software support and the processor, I wish they had gone something that stay with Intel, because now when you look at app supports, you have to make sure you pick the ARM processor version versus the Intel processor version. If they just stay with Intel, of course, you know, in terms of large deployment, large management, you're not going to choose this unit at all. You're just going to stay with all the Pro series, so that they're all Intel. I'm just saying that there's a mix and match, so you don't have to worry about, which software support which processor. And by using the Intel processor, this one actually makes perfect sense to me in my mind to have the HDMI port to actually run the HD Station software, so the user can use this as the XPMC front end. If you watch my TS X69 Pro video, you can see the 8-bay unit has the HDMI port to be used as the XPMC front end. But that's not pleasant or appealing or lightweight enough or cheap enough for me to use as the XPMC front end. It is a NAS unit first, then I have the option of using the XPMC, but it has no place in the home theater setup. This, however, it's the perfect size to be used as an XPMC front end. You can lie it down like this, you can set it up, but this is small enough. This, in my mind, is the perfect size to be used as an XPMC front end to decode videos, movies. You can watch whatever you want on it, and it is a good price point too. This is $399, I believe, retail for. You can find it for $399, and if they can use a low power Atom processor or even a low i3 Core i3 processor, even bump it to $100 to be $499, I don't think that's too outrageous, since you can use it to store the media file you're going to play and use it as XPMC front end. And it's actually, if I want to use it as a home environment, it's easier to convince our significant other, like, oh, I bought this for you to be able to easily watch all the movies, videos that we have, XBMC. And just on the side note, it also allows us to back it up, your iPad, iMacs, or MacBook Pros, Mac Pros, whatever. It's not a significant price shock versus the other one. You're going to spend $13.99 just on the storage unit besides all the drives. So once you add the drives, it's easily over $2,000. And you want to use to watch movies? It's hard to justify, right? This is much easier to justify to have an intro or home NAS unit by telling your significant other that this is a movie watching unit, decoding unit. But I'm definitely going to give it a try and set it up to use as a backup and see how it performs. It's definitely very small, as you can see, very low powering device, and knowing QNAP, they're very dependable. I have no problem with the A09 and A69 Pro. Both of them running perfectly, flawlessly since day one. Have some little issue with the 4.01 software on the A69 Pro, which I will talk about during the QTS 4.0.1 firmware review. I will talk about some of the issues I'm having right now with it, but nothing major breaking issue. It's just a little minor functionality wise. And the new interface is definitely pretty. If you haven't seen it, check it out. One of my concerns right now is, will that interface work well with the low power processor unit? And there you have it. And also less memory, because the A69 has 2 GB, this is 1 GB, and slower processor, less memory. Will the new interface work well with this or not? Thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, please post in the comment section. I'll do my best to answer them, and please like and subscribe to my videos. Thank you.